Well, good morning, or good afternoon, everybody. It's 74 here in Forestville. Beautiful out. Snow's, of course, all gone. We get it for one day, maybe two, just sprinkling, and then it's gone. So, today I am going to make a recipe that my mother used to make. And I don't know if you remember years ago, they used to buy the chips. Charles chips, and they used to come to their houses, and you could just buy a thing of chips, or you could buy a smaller one of pretzels or cookies. I have 3 of these and 3 half ones, and I get my potato chips in one. My stuff I'm going to use for baking, like chocolate chips and marshmallows and stuff, goes into another one. So I have them all sitting on my shelf over there. I love them. So anyway, this is a recipe that my mother had made that I hated. When we were a kid, she used to get the Charles chips. And I don't know, I guess I got the camera going the wrong way, but you do see the chips here. So, and I'm using my food processor today. It's only a 3-cup one, but that's all I need. So the first thing I'm going to do is put 1 cup of cottage cheese into my food processor. So, and then I'm going to cream this up. I love cottage cheese. I love everything that goes in it, but when I was a kid, I used to hate this. So, my brother doesn't remember it, so I thought, well, I'll make some. So this is for all those relatives in Georgia that are down in there now, because they wanted to see how this was done. So I put 1 cup of cottage cheese, and then I'm going to put a 1/2 cup of sour cream. Use a different spoon. So a 1/2 cup of sour cream. Okay, put that in here. This all should fit because it's a 3-cup food processor. I wanted just a small one, so I got a small one. I wish I had gotten a bigger one. But sometimes you just don't have enough space for everything that you want to get. So the next thing is I'm going to put in is a 1/4 of a teaspoon of onion powder. Onion powder. We got a 1/4. This is a 1/2, so I'll just put a 1/2 of that in. Oops. There we go. So I hope you're all enjoying the weather out here. I yesterday took my youngest grandson. We went down to the neighbors down the road, has chickens and goats. So I went through my cupboards and all the bread that was all the rolls. So we spent a good 1/2 hour, 45 minutes down doing the feeding the goats and the chickens down there. He enjoys that, so we had a good time down there. So then it's going to be another 1/4 of garlic powder. So we're going to put that in here. And I'm sure my mother never made just a small batch like this. And then a dash of pepper. Okay, and it calls for 1 teaspoon of parsley. So let's see, teaspoon of parsley. Put that in there. Okay. Put the parsley and dash of dill. I tried to get a small dill and I couldn't find one, so I guess I'm going to have to start finding recipes that calls for dill so I can use some of this up here. So, and it only calls for a pinch of dill, so it just smells good. Okay. And that is it. Now we're supposed to pulsate this until it is like a dip. This off to the side here. I didn't know about the cottage cheese, you know, being lumpy and grabbing some cottage cheese and only having a big chunk of it, so. I'm just going to get a dish here to put that in so you can see it. It's too big, but I get these bowls from, I don't know if a lot of people know about the empty bowl. They have it usually some places, Chautauqua. I think they have a couple, one toward Jamestown, I think. Is that still Chautauqua? I don't know. And they have one in Dunkirk, Fredonia area, and you go through, and there's tables, long tables, all full of bowls that the potters have made. And then they put, I don't know if you could see this, but right under my finger there, it's a little mark, and it's an empty bowl. So you pay, there's prices on the bowls. They're not, you can get expensive ones. You can get some for $5, $10, $15. You can go up to, I think there's some for $30. You get whatever you want, how many you want. You take it over to the lady and you pay for it. And then we used to go into the, before COVID came, we used to go into the school or wherever it was being held. And you'd hand them the bowl and they would wash it. Then they would hand it to another one and they would dry it. And then they'd hand the bowl to you and you go down another few steps, and there's usually both these students have made soups. So they give you a scoop or two of soup in whatever dish you decide you're going to put it in. And then you usually get a slice of bread, a drink, and sometimes cookies. And then when you're done eating your soup and stuff, you go back up to another line and you hand them your bowl. They will wash that bowl. They hand it off to another one. They would dry that bowl. They hand it off to another person, and they will wrap it and bag it and put a little tag saying this was the empty bowl. So I used to go every year. I just love it. Me and a couple girlfriends from school, we used to go, and it got to the point that I don't have any room for bowls anymore. So this is one of the empty bowls that I had picked out. I try not to get the same color, so they're all mixed colors. But anyway, it's really nice. So I'm going to take this. It's nice and creamy. Okay. Stick this in the bowl. Try to get it all out. Smells good. And if you think after you tasted it you want a little more garlic powder or onion, garlic or I think garlic and onion, just stick it in there. It's not a big deal. Just stick it in, use your fork or your spoon, and just season it up a little more. But, so this is what I came up with. It's almost like a ranch. Smells good. Smells good. I may later put like some garlic in it. I like garlic. So I'm going to try, because I've asked people to please let me know what they used to, a sandwich or something they used to eat when they were a kid that they loved and they don't eat it anymore. But people aren't doing that. I only got a couple of them. So I think I've done like 5 or 6 movies with that on it. So I thought, well, I'll get this one that my mother used to make. So I dip, I dip. I think I'd put a little more the garlic powder in it. It's not bad. I just think a little more spice I'd put in it. So I think that's what I'll do is put some more garlic. Put garlic in it, or garlic powder, maybe just garlic powder and stuff, and try that. But it's not bad. Try it. Let me give you the recipe again. So, it's cottage cheese dip, and it's 1 cup of cottage cheese, 1/2 cup of sour cream, 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of dried parsley, and then a pinch of dill. Maybe some more dill I'd put in it too, but I definitely put some more garlic powder in it. But so that's what I made today. I wish if somebody had some ideas, they would throw them over my way so I could make whatever you want. Otherwise, I've been making cookies for a friend who gave me a family pack of M&Ms because he wanted some more cookies. So I made all those cookies up. I made 2 kinds. I made a brownie with a cookie on the top, which had the M&Ms. And then all the rest I used, I made like 3 batches of M&M cookies. Well, I had company come over, and it was a relative. Okay, it was my son and granddaughter from Newfane. And most of my chocolate chip cookies are gone, or M&M cookies are gone. So I had to go out and buy some more M&Ms so I could make him cookies. So I just took them over yesterday, so I'll probably end up with the dip, because I know Joe won't eat it. He doesn't like stuff like this. So actually, that's it. I hope everybody has a nice St. Patty's Day. Hope you got my corned beef ready to go and all of my stuff. So I think it's just gonna be Joe and I, and maybe my daughter and 1 granddaughter. So y'all have a nice St. Patty's Day, and y'all be safe. And we'll see you again maybe this week, maybe next week. Nobody ever knows when I'm going to do anything. I just got to find what I like and try to do it. So thanks again for watching. Have a nice day. Bye, Florida or Georgia guys and Florida relatives. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.